Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no breaks. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like Mom mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through them transparency. Heard their self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Put your boys E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees. Street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane nonstop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they departed. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chick. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
You know we gonna talk about.
What if you can create your own website by saying, "This is what I want"? With Wix, you can.
Glitch the guarantee. E&E. 2020 got me seeing so clear. Get your boy shit. Motion glitch. We cool niggas. This is the cool.
Major.
We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listening to top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Killing in vain is vanity.
Yeah.
Do it again, it's insanity.
Yeah.
Nauseous a real vigilante.
Sick.
Killing these kids is plan B.
Sick.
Hood is too hot with an antifreeze.
Yeah.
Blowing on leaves in these planted trees. Don't break the code, that's family. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow was classic, antique.
Yeah.
Freaking the beat is in Japanese.
Yeah.
Ever our cook is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
When money talkers, we Guapanese. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline.
Sick.
Passing my sons, that's a legacy.
Sick.
Study the gang, now they testing me.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete.
Let's go.
Beat them so bad, make them retreat.
Yeah.
All of these gems you can retweet.
Yeah.
Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt.
Yeah.
Below $1 million, flipping it.
Okay.
Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher with shit. E&E clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick.
Yeah.
We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab.
Yeah.
We just performing experiments.
Yeah.
Since I'm the bomb atomic, bang. These rappers out of my
We on the
element.
rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listening to top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay
Yeah.
ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous.
Yeah.
Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga. Perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom, to try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk, let me lock in, show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Butcher boyed up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah, what up, what up, what up? It's your brother, your brother, Gary, aka I know we about to get to it. Mr. Cole. But you know we got to get to it. See, normally, y'all, when y'all tap in with me, y'all know this. Normally, I will wait a couple of days to speak on this. But given how long this damn trial been going on, given that, you know, this has been the talk of the town for like a good year or so now. You know what I mean? And considering today's news and today's antics associated with that news, we got to address it now, right? Me and my brother King L, shout out to my brother King L, man. I'm not saying like we knew something other people didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Knew something that no one knew or nothing like that. But we spoke on it at a time where people just was like, nah, they're going to convict him and he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. And like, no, man, absolutely not, man. Right? When the feds want you, let's just say the feds gonna get you. Let's just say that, right? When the feds want you, they are going to get you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it, right? Especially if you even a little bit guilty. Even if you're a little guilty. They're gonna book your ass, man. Let me tell you something about the feds and how the feds work. Right? So lots of y'all who don't know. Right? When the feds want you, they gonna get you. You can believe that. Right? They ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gotta go through none of that other shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gotta go through none of that you know what I'm saying? They ain't gotta go through none of that fuckery like how the states gotta go through. You know what I'm saying? The feds, when they got evidence, they have evidence. Irrefutable, undeniable. They have a 97+% conviction rate. Right? And that is not all consistent of people copping out. Right? You know? You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want to come in, come in on YouTube, bro. Hey, y'all, I'll be right back, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play some E&E for y'all real quick, right? I'm gonna play some E&E. You feel me? Yeah, man. Real quick, right?
Let me get to it. Glitch, nigga. The shit I do on these beats, nigga, I'm legendary. Niggas get to acting like bitches, okay, they Tyler Perry. Hide the women and kids, shit about to get very scary. Sticky bandit street while you home alone like Marvin Harry. Up in smoke for real, nigga, I'm blowing heavy. Rolling up beyond that I need, it be my method Mary. All my niggas be locked and loaded, we mercenaries. Type of gas I got in this blood will make your vision blurry. I'm in the clouds a lot, I make the pilots worry. Turns out the shit is my fight song, like Katy Perry. Ready for war, soon as I hit the door. I'm ballin', nigga, I'm Kobe as soon as I hit the floor. Taking every shot, shoot that bitch till I score. Hall of Fame bars, I'm Barry Sanders and more. The way I spit this shit, you niggas better take note. The guarantee, when you see me, know I'm up to smoke. Here's the lesson learned, we roll that fire like...
That's dedicated to Puff, man. He said, when you see me, know I'm... My nigga Glitch said, when you see me, know I'm up in smoke. That's what Puff told y'all niggas, man. You hear me? I used that thumbnail because I just thought it was funny personally. That man Sean hit his knees and thanked the Most High, man. You understand me? You understand me? You did. LaQuay, what's up, baby? You did. My nigga King L's in the building. Let me know when you want me to drop the link for you, L. We can definitely this definitely can be a Stacks and L show for sure. We told y'all niggas, man, when this was going on, he's going to jail for the rest of his life. He ought to go to prison. He's guilty of Cassie, this and this and this and that and this and that and this and that. Bro, he's not going to get convicted for fucking he's not going to get convicted for conspiracy, for RICO. I mean, like, and once again, the stuff that he's actually guilty of ain't even being discussed. Right? And I just want to say this before we really just go into this, man. Pouring baby oil on yourself outside of New York courthouse, federal courthouse is wild, man. That's crazy. It's insane. Why are y'all doing that in New York? It just don't make no sense. Sean looked like he has aged about 20 years since all of this been happening. 30 years. L was good. We at the gym? You at the gym, L? Can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you now.
All right. You good? You went, we can hear you. Well, I don't know about now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you real good now.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wild times, man.
Wild times, man. What's good with you, bro?
I can't call it, bro, man. Over here chilling now. How about you, bro?
You know, I can't call it, man. I'm over here chilling at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Doing a show. You know, normally I'd wait a few days when stuff like this happened, but I don't think it was necessary to do that. I think it was, and then I didn't have no topic for the show tonight. I was thinking about doing something different, but then when I was at work and I'm listening to the radio literally while I'm at work today, I'm listening to the radio. I said, oh, shit. Right? We sit up there and told y'all, like I said, we discussed on this show, and everybody just was so gung-ho. He's going to prison for life. He ain't getting out. There's no way, and blah, 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 blah. That's the justice system for you, man. Right? And like I was saying earlier, and I'm going to pass it to you, El, because I know you want to speak on. Listen, when the feds, the federal government, the alphabet boys, the United States government, when they want your ass, oh, they're going to get your ass.
Get you.
There's no escape. And I say that to say it shows and proves right here, because he ain't out the clear yet. He ain't out the hot water yet.
Not yet.
It's still a great chance. It's still a good chance that he might get railroaded. Pause. Right? They might give him the max, or should I say they have the potential to give him the max on both charges. Now, let me break something down to y'all who don't understand how federal law works, even a little bit, right? Now, being that I had a brother who was in the Fed joint and who put me up on game a lot, there's a lot of people in there as far as like putting him up on game as far as like legal matters go. Yes, of course, when it comes to the bail, when it comes to him being in jail, federal guidelines don't apply to him, even though he's locked up in a federal facility for federal charges. The reason being is that, y'all, Puffy has no prior criminal history, not of a felony level anyway. Misdemeanor shit don't count, right? He has no prior criminal history. So when it comes to him getting a bail, federal law, he doesn't necessarily have to be granted a bail. Lucy, what's up, baby? He can be still held until trial, just like you can in the state. They don't have the option of giving you a bail. They can choose to not give you a bail, right? But
What's good, Lucy?
Right, when he goes to court for sentencing, right, they're going to have to sentence him using federal guidelines. Minimum mandatory sentencing, which went into effect, if I'm not mistaken, in 2003.
Okay.
Right? Him not having a prior history, it greatly increases his chances of getting as less time as he can possibly get. I want y'all to understand that, which means he may get anywhere from the max to the minimum, even parole, or should I say probation. So all y'all talking about he going to prison for 20 years,
Nah.
could argue. It could be argued. And that's all I'm saying, y'all. Now, let me say this too before I pass it to you, L. In no way, shape, or form or fashion is me and my brother King L or any representation of E&E, A Real Talk Podcast, Art Media LLC, or Intervision, Don H. Wine, Arvino, are we in any way taking up for this fuck nigga?
Not at all.
This bitch ass nigga. Not even a little bit. And if you too far stuck up your emotional ass to understand that, make the difference, hey man, we don't give a fuck. Straight up, straight like that.
Real talk. Yeah.
That being said, L, I'm gonna get a pass to my view.
Nah, I mean, you said it perfectly. Like, it ain't
We
even
truly
about,
don't care, man. Fuck.
yeah, it ain't about sticking up for nobody. When Verge brought up the topic, we basically spoke on the case. When you speak on court cases, this is one thing I always try to tell people. You got to leave your emotions on the sideline. You can never put your emotions in the front line whenever you discuss court cases.
That's a fact.
You're going, 90% of the time, you're going to be wrong about it. I heard all kind of people, they try to compare their situations to what happened and this and that. None of that matters. It doesn't matter when we talk about court cases and this specific case, because nobody that we know has went through a RICO case. Nobody that we know has
I
went
know
through.
people who went through RICO cases.
Well, I mean,
I know what you're saying, though, L.
On the drug side,
Right.
like
You right, no, L, you right. You right. But you
slanging
all the way right,
drugs.
bro.
I'm talking about like sex trafficking. Like, I ain't never heard of nobody in my, like you said, on the drug side, that's different. I'm talking about this specific style of case. I've never heard of that. So when Virgin brought it up to me, we knew we was gonna talk about it. I didn't do too much digging. I ain't gonna act like I did a bunch of research, but I did do a little bit. And a little bit that I came up with, I just didn't see what they was presenting that was going to be strong enough to convict. I was
that they try to put on him, though.
Yeah, those charges. They probably could have, like I said, the domestic violence, all that was ran past the statute of limitations, from what I was told and what I saw. It just was a lot of things that was kind of flimsy in the case.
Right.
I know when we spoke on it, I tried to get away from it on social media because it was a lot of emotions floating around. So I tried not to really dig too much into social media. But I just felt like it just wasn't gonna stick. And we seen what happened. He's still not out the clear. Let's make that very, clear, understandable. He's not out the clear. But like Bird said, I mean, honestly, they denied his bail, but shit, it could go anywhere from, even to 20 years. Fed time, you don't do all the fed time. So even if he did get the max, he ain't gonna do the max. And I think, if you ask me, prostitution, if you ever watch Live PD, Cops or anything like that, if you watch any of these TV shows, cats was getting busted for prostitution all the time. And they was out the next day. I'm not saying that that's going to happen with this case because it's a high profile case.
Super high.
I'm just telling you, if that does happen, don't be surprised.
Don't be shocked. This is federal soliciting.
Man.
You hear me, L? This is federal level soliciting.
Yeah. So it's a little different than what we saw. What we saw is like city level, state level, whatever you want to call it. So it is different. He was, and I still think that was flimsy. I just felt like, the feds just didn't want to lose the case completely. And
Right. So they, because let's be clear on this too, L. This is how unbiased we are over here. If you sequester, acquire, have someone on your behalf get the services of prostitutes for the purpose of sexual engagement, and you bring them across state lines to do so, understand that that is very illegal.
Yeah.
That is illegal. Let's just be clear, man.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that being illegal, right?
I mean, it's just,
Hold on real quick. I'm just saying, that being illegal is why the feds dropped the trafficking charges to that. Because although not as severe as trafficking, human trafficking, still is breaking the law. And you can still get booked for it.
right.
Essentially. Yes, and that's the whole thing. This is what I'm saying. A one-man conspiracy charge, like my baby Lucy said, is absolute fact. That's crazy. I never heard of a conspiracy case where it was only one conspirator.
That was wild. You talking about a RICO case with, but the thing is, what would have happened if they had really went through with the RICO case? Then Cassie got to go down too.
Exactly. Cassie got to go down. Monique, what's up, baby? Cassie got to go down.
Yeah, had they had the real RICO case, and as much as people champion Cassie, she definitely would have had to go down because she set up some of those. She initiated some of those, freak offs, as you would call them, whatever you want to call them. So she would have definitely had to go through some of that heat too.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they wanted her to have to go through that heat. So, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, the feds, I just feel like I said, they ain't want to lose everything. They dropped the one we saw where they dropped all the original, charges they was really trying to go for. They seen it happening. We seen some of the changes in the way that they was moving. So people, they shouldn't have been too shocked about what happened today. I was crazy. I came in the house. I told Julie straight up. I was like, Diddy damn near about to get off, right? She told me I was crazy. You know what I mean? Here we are. Me and Burge, like Burge stated, if you go rewind this live, once you get finished watching it, what Burge said is 100% true. And like I said, it ain't about being right or wrong, but whenever you start really breaking down court cases, it's about what you can prove in the court of the law. What I feel, what Verge feels, what any of y'all feel, don't mean shit
at all.
When it comes to the actual case, court of law, what you have to prove to those 12 people sitting on the side of that courtroom. That's what matters. And when you have to have a case that's going to be presented that can convict somebody. And I just felt like, I wasn't 100% tapped in. I kind of tapped out, after the Cassie shit, honestly, because I felt like the second week of the Cassie when she got cross-examined, the last 2 days or whatever, I'm like, shit. I didn't know too much about the detail, but when you look at it and what she was saying, for one, she still had love for the man. She was still fucking with him after everything, even the video that we saw that was so that we all can agree was crazy as hell to see. She still was fucking with him while she had her husband. Everybody kept saying that she broke up with him, but according to her words, the only reason they stopped talking is because he stopped answering the calls. He stopped calling her, and he wouldn't pick up the calls when she called him. So technically, he broke things off with her. I'm listening to the details. See, a lot of people, they listen with emotion and not with reality. And everything was laid in front of you because everybody kept saying, oh, and she could have been a victim of some type of circumstance or whatever. Look, I'm not here to go off of that, but I can only go off of what I saw, what was told, and what she literally said out her mouth is that.
Right back, y'all. Go ahead, I'll be right back.
What she literally said is that they only stopped talking because he stopped answering the phone. He stopped calling her. Had he has still been answering the phone, calling her, he probably would have still been in the lineup to this day. And the Jane Doe witness, aka 50's baby mom, you know what I mean? She definitely didn't help because she's still on payroll. And it's just, I feel like when you really look into these type cases, it was a mockery to the women that really go through this type shit for real. And I think that's, if anything, it's kind of laughing in their faces, because some women really do go through shit that's about sex trafficking. It's about all this, deep diving into all this shit. So it kind of waters down the real women that go through this type shit.
Exactly.
Because a lot of these women are going to get $30 million. A lot of these women ain't going to get the right top selling books, because after this case, from the lawyers to the prosecutors, the defense, the witnesses, anybody that has something to say, that's seen a little bit of something, is going to write a book. They're going to do an interview. They're going to get a check off this. When real ordinary women go through this, they don't get shit. So I think it was unfortunately, I look at things from the whole perspective, and I felt like it was a mockery to women that really go through this, and they try to use the sympathy vote with dropping that video, and the videos would control a lot of the narrative and a lot of the emotional uprising that we saw online, that we still see online. I'm still seeing shit, like I ain't even, you can't respond to people right now. People are super emotional. My best thing is for y'all to just leave it alone. And like I said, me and Virgin ain't here to just be like, oh, we right, y'all was wrong. None of that. It's just that I could say that me and Virgin, when we do, which we don't talk about this shit really when we together. Me and Virgin, we kick it, we have a good time. We ain't sitting here talking about shit like this. But if anything comes up in the discussion, we discuss the facts, not our emotions.
Not our emotions, man.
And and I think that's the difference what we see with a lot of people online on social media, is that they lead with emotion. They didn't. I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't take time to even read none of the documents. They didn't even read none of the court. Like, you know what I mean? I remember I had to tell Julie, like, I showed her, I wasn't even too invested in it, but I did have access to the actual court documents where they was leaking what was going on in the courtroom word for word. So I had access to that. And, she was saying something one day. I said, have you even listened to what they was going? I mean, I know it ain't live, but I had to give her the thing, and I was like, well, just read this. Read these threads of what's going on actually in the courtroom, what's actually being said. Don't listen to these YouTubers, because the YouTubers is all going to have they bias, the way they report. I said, listen to what they actually saying in here, what the questions is being presented and what the answers is being presented, and that's how you make your determination. And that's all you could do, man. When I started, like I said, after the Cassie shit, I was like, hey, man, I just don't see if this was a star witness, and then everybody kept saying, well, it's going to be more witnesses.
All these people who came out discredited.
Yeah, I mean, everybody seemed to be a willing participant in the activities going on. Nobody was forced to do anything.
Nobody was coerced, manipulated.
Cassie said out of her mouth that He told her straight up, if you're not down with this, I could get somebody else that's down with this. And her
Wow.
to that was, I loved him to the point, and she tried to flip it. And this is what Cassie just kind of, she kind of made herself look silly because she like, I did it because I loved him, which I get. Some of y'all may do shit because y'all love a certain person. Y'all might do shit that y'all might not normally do. But what you can't come back and say is blaming that person for your mentality and all the other shit if you did something because you did it out of your heart because you love somebody. If I did something, like, let's just say I was one of these trick niggas that did spend thousands and thousands of dollars on some chick, and then one day she threw me to the side, I can't try to come back and sue her for that money because I feel like, oh, well, I only did it because I loved you. And you know what I mean? Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, no, like, it happened because it happened because you was in the moment, and when he gave you an option to say, I would get somebody else to replace you if you don't want to do this. So are you cool with it? That's giving you an option. That's giving you a flat out.
Exactly. I mean, listen, me and L, we just stood here and talked about this, y'all. We're gonna have this discussion over and over again. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new, man, but and like El just said, so much emotional investment from y'all tapping in on this. So much investment from y'all. There's an echo going on in the background. I don't know what that's all about.
It should be out now. Yeah, somebody was calling me, man. I don't know. People don't never call me at 10 o'clock. The only time I use my phone, I use my computer. The one time I use my phone, somebody called me at 10 o'clock. No, that's wild.
Nah, but listen here. And we're going to open up the panel here too, man. Y'all can come up and spit y'all game and talk y'all ish. The form Pretty Boy, what's happening? Right? My man Holy 123 ZXC, what's good? You know what I'm talking about? The only way they can get those videos was through building a case. Yeah, and that's the only way they can get those videos. And I'm glad my brother the former Pretty Boy brought that up. This is the main thing, considering this whole situation, that a lot of y'all are just not even concerned with or considering. Right? Hold on real quick. This is what a lot of y'all aren't even considering or even contemplating about, right? You gotta remember that the main thing to this whole case when it first broke, when they bagged Puff, is they raided both of his homes. They raided both of his homes in LA and Miami simultaneously, getting thousands of hours of footage. None of which the jury has seen or the public has seen. And we never will. The jury never will. Right? Let me tell y'all why. And this is a part of the case that's not being discussed. If we're going to talk about RICO charges, these people who are on the chair boards and owning these companies, they most definitely should be involved. I can't remember the guy's name right now, right? But we got the Googler over here. So good thing for that, right? We got Diageo, Worldwide Spirit Liquor Company, right?
Look, y'all. My mom called me right now talking about it.
What did he say? Got him?
Right.
My mom is over here. Wow.
Right here. This lady right here is the current CEO of Diageo, right? Deborah Crew. Since 2023, very recently, right? Look at this lady. She's also a board member of Mondelez International and the former president and chief executive officer of R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company. So Deborah Crew might have to do some looking into you, boo, because you connected, right? And she ain't even that old. She's only like 52, 54, 55. Right? But Diageo, this is the people who he in bed with. The dude that helped him with funding Sean John. I'm about to get his name right now. Right? Now they're just sitting up here lying, man. This is how you know YouTube, goddamn it, Google's not all that, you know, the memory hole, like I keep telling y'all, man. Right, this guy right here, I'm about to bring his name up real quick. Ron Burkle. Yeah, that's him. Ron Burkle. This fucking guy, Harvey Weinstein looking ass nigga, right? Harvey Burkle is the guy, or Ronald Burkle is the guy who seed funded Sean John with Puffy. This is also the same guy who he's been throwing his birthday party, bash parties, freak offs at his mansion for the past 7 years prior to him being locked up. That's this guy right here. This is the guy that gave Puff the money when the big major investor, I think he gave Puff like $350 million to start Sean John all those years ago. Now, what y'all know about that? This is a guy who absolutely would be named on that indictment of a RICO charge. And you want to know why? Because his fucking face and image is all over them videotapes, I bet. Just like a lot of other people. So while we're sitting here talking about Cassie's ratchet or ass, now mind you, she's the reason why we're even here, right? While major criminals are getting away because of who they are and the power that they have, we focusing on Cassie's ratchet, nasty ass. When Ron Burkle was most certainly involved on a criminal level when it comes to trafficking and the acquisition of prostitutes, if you would, across state lines for free calls. He's involved. Anybody who is on any of those videotapes freaking off is party to the RICO charge. I want y'all to understand that. All these guys who aren't even being mentioned. Right? What about Puffy was putting that bid in to acquire Revolt? This is the stuff that ain't get mentioned. So to bring RICO charges up on a guy who is not involved in any criminal activity whatsoever, organized crime, unless you talk about his business partners, his so-called legal business partners.
You say that's one of the owners of the company? One of the
He's
business partners?
Chairboard of Diageo, but he also is a privateer bank or private venture capitalist investor. He has a holdings company as well. I can't remember the name of it, but he also is I can't remember the name of his company right now. Right?
Let me ask you a question, bro.
Yeah.
Now Diddy had, I feel like he had one of his most powerful statements that happened like about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, before all this kind of went over. And I know we might feel like it was a Cassie shit that really brought it to the trial, which very well could be true. But I remember he was like on this, he was on, it was like a panel discussion.
Right.
And he was talking about, black people, basically, like he was cutting out some of the middleman for his tequila, where he went over, got the deals made himself. Right. And how, us as people just need to, kind of cut out the middleman between businesses and really taking it to the next level and how he was going to start incorporating that and teaching people how to do that.
Right.
You know, I ain't a big conspiracy theory, but I do remember he said that, and right before Tory got booked, Tory was also doing the same thing with the music industry.
With the non-fungible tokens.
Yeah, but he was even without that, he was even telling people how to just get their shit 100%, profited. And the reason why he didn't sign with Rock Nation, he kind of explained that right before that happened. Like, why would I sign with a record label when I could do my own shit this way, get paid more money than any of their artists on their label straight to my pocket, doing it this way? Do you feel like them speaking up in those type of ways may have had any effect in the way that this came out the way it came out?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let me tell y'all about Puff, right? See, Puff makes the mistake that a lot of niggas mistake when these people allow y'all to become billionaires after all the freaky, nasty shit y'all was willing to do just to be up in the same rooms with them, right? See, Puff started going to his head a little bit. You know, you get $1 billion, you start feeling like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Can't be touched.
Just imagine how you would feel if you just was there acquire $1 billion fortune.
Yeah.
Right? So Puff just went crazy. He started talking about purchasing goddamn it BET. He started talking about buying out DeLeon and Ciroc from Diageo. He's talking about he wants to put in a bid with his collective brothers in hip hop to try to buy out Revolt. And that's when he fucked up. That's when he fucked up.
So,
Josephine, what's up, baby? Shayna, what's up, baby?
Too much power could be a downfall in the sense is what we trying to get at.
It's not even too much power. It's you being a nigga.
Yeah.
And think you about to sit up here and be in the same areas with us outside of what we allow. Now,
you know, what's crazy is you saying that made me feel like that pushed Kanye's genius to a whole nother level because of the way he got out of that Adidas contract. Like, yeah, a lot of people might think he was just saying anti-Semitic shit, but you seen that video I showed earlier where the chick even broke it down. Like, he wanted to get out that contract. So how do you do it? If he gets out of that contract or don't fulfill it, they're gonna sue him. So what's the best way to do it? Do some shit that'll make them drop that contract. Like, yeah, you're gonna take a hit, but at the same time, Kanye did get out of the contract. Now he owns 100% of his shit. Adidas tried to sell this shit, and he was like, I actually own the rights. I own my name, so you can't do that. So he actually got out scot-free. They couldn't sell none of this shit, and now he can sell his shit at the 20. You see, he had the site that they try to keep shutting down where he was selling everything for $20 a pop, from the hoodies to the shoes to the hats, everything, $20 a pop. Direct to consumer. Fuck everybody else. That makes me just feel like Kanye did it the smartest way, even though he may have did it. We
don't
made
make no mistakes, right?
Yeah, we thought it was the reckless.
You have to make heavy sacrifices too.
Yeah, definitely.
So you don't leave unscathed, like my man L said.
Nah, you know.
But I guess if Kanye had to do everything he had to do to get where he at, it's worth it at this point now. No, not really, but right.
He almost back up to $1 billion already though. And now he ain't under no contracts.
Don't gotta have no permission from nobody to do nothing or nothing. And Kanye was trying to put you niggas up on game. See, Kanye, y'all can say what y'all want about yet. He was the first guy who was like, listen, y'all, let's put our bread together and say, fuck these motherfuckers. He was the first one talking about that on some real shit, though. But all the rest of y'all like Puff, y'all so high on your high horse, you know, it's the thing amongst us black folks where, especially as men, where we got to be the one, we got to be the man. Like everybody got to be under us. Like we got to be the man in charge. And ain't nobody gonna tell us nothing. Matter of fact, you got to work for me. I ain't working for you, type shit. That's the mentality we got. And Puff waited way too late in his career to try to be on that shit. You see, this is what's wrong with you niggas, man. Right? Rest in the essence to my nigga Bean, man. Rest in the essence to Kobe, because Kobe made this same mistake too. Right?
Yeah.
Kobe made this same mistake too. And he was very much involved with a lot of the same people that Diddy was involved with. Let's just make that clear too. Rest in the essence to Kobe. But this is one of Kobe's mistakes, and as well as everybody else, including Puff. You thought you was going to be able to infiltrate these people by going along with what they got going on so you can be where you at, thinking you're going to somehow destroy the beast from within. And it ain't going to happen, as you see, rest in the essence to Bean and his little baby girl. That's crazy. And you're going to have to pay a heavy price, man. You hear me? And this goes to show y'all when I say what I be saying about no guy comes in this game unscathed. In order to get successful in hip hop, rap, music industry, whatever it may be, you got to be on this freaky time shit, this demon time shit that they got running. And like in the Matrix, when Morpheus said to Neo after first seeing, or to said to Trinity after Neo did all the stuff he did, do you believe it now? Y'all think you got to just get into? You think these people was in the music industry and popping and rich and famous and $1 million, $100 million because they talented? Because they're good at what because they sound good when they rap or sing or dance, man? It's all stupid, man. If that's the case, E&E would have been blew up, nigga.
Yeah.
If that's what we rate and what gets people signed in $100 million digits because they're talented, no, that's what gets you to the door. That's what gets you to the party. Now, when you get the traversing through the party and looking in them doors in them rooms, see, that's what gets you in. Now, how many of you niggas is willing to go party? Pause.
Yeah, I think they look at cats like us and they know that certain people ain't gonna go.
We ain't going. Yeah, I remember that. Before Pretty Boy, we remember that. Irv Gotti, Diddy, Suge. I think they even tried to get Russell Simmons involved too.
Yeah.
No, Suge was like, you know what, man, let's put all that shit to the side, man. We rich, man. If we was to do this, we could corner the market. Then we get the East Coast, West Coast war, man. So, you know what I mean? This is just crazy to me, man, for real. Because like I say, when we talk about why we even discussing this, let's all not ever forget the reason why Diddy is in the trouble he is in now is basically because off of his actions, but because Cassie was used. And what did I say on the show, L? Do you remember me saying this, what I'm about to say? I said, I believe that Cassie was a honeypot handler put on Sean, placed on with Sean. I don't believe that wholeheartedly, but I believe it could very much possibly be true.
I get what you're saying, but I think that I think Diddy really did like Cassie in a sense.
I'm saying he did. I'm not saying he did. Right? And I believe I'm with you 100% on that. I believe to some extent he did actually like her, love her, cared for her. But to the extent that she provided what she was there to provide.
Yeah.
Because he really didn't get too much about her for real. He was really not tripping about. He wasn't really tripping about her fucking with other motherfuckers.
Nah. She even said that. She said that 100%. She said that where she went wrong is when she started fucking with celebrities, and that was one thing that they did openly discuss, that they wouldn't just be out here fucking with celebrities. You know what I mean? I think when it went wrong when she started fucking with the big names like the Kid Cudi, old boy that did Creed. You know, She that's what I'm saying. She said all the shit in the court case. She literally said it. She said he was good with me fucking with all these no name cats, but it wasn't until I started fucking with cats with names where it was an issue. And then when they asked, like, well, did y'all have a discussion? She's like, yeah, we had a discussion about that. You know what I mean? That, you know, you can fuck with whoever you want, except for, you know, you shouldn't be fucking with no big name cats because that's gonna bring heat on our shit. And I think in a sense, Puff was just trying to keep the media, keep this from happening. What happened? And what the foreign pretty boy said, you know, she was, you know, she was bopping for opportunity, and it's hard for me to take opportunities, you know, seriously. And as I stated before, it waters down for the women who really go through the type shit, because those women that aren't opportunists that actually go through shit like this, it now it kind of makes them
not get justice.
Yeah, now they got to jump over more hoops to get people to even believe them, not believe them, but actually get justice, like Bird said. You know, it's just
you can get people to believe you, but are you going to get the? What's the point of having numerous people on Facebook and Instagram believe you if you're not getting no legal repercussion from that? If you're not getting no legal ramifications or remedy from that, no remedy or recourse. You just sit up there, and this is why I always encourage y'all girls, man. If something happened to you, some dude violates you sexually, and you are lucky enough to escape with your life, please go to the police.
Yeah.
Please. Don't call your brother, your cousin, your dad. Don't sit up there and hold it in for 10 years, and then out of the blue, you want to feel like because somebody that came up, now you want to mention this shit. No, immediately go to the police.
Yeah.
All right? Immediately. And then once more, this also should prove and show, L, that when y'all girls out here who are after the bag, because you know most of y'all chicks nowadays are about a vibe in the fucking bag. Your bag, my bag, my bag. That's all y'all talk about. And your pursuance of the bag and willing to go to parties where freak offs are going on and shit like that, greasing. Understand the environment that you putting yourself in. Understand that once you willingly, wittingly participate in very criminal behavior, deviant sexual behavior, understand you are no longer in the arena of being a victim at that point.
Yeah.
The victimhood card has to be totally obliterated. And this is the main thing I see with a lot of y'all chicks too. Y'all love wearing this victimhood card, even when a broad could be proven to be dead wrong, dead to rights, wasn't a victim, and was enthralled in the freak offs. Made the freak offs happen. Wanted them to happen even when Diddy did not want them to happen. Messed with niggas on the side, outside of Diddy, without him knowing. So much so that she married and has 2 kids with their personal trainer. So to ever even be in the mind frame of this person being a victim in some sort of way is just crazy. And this is just perpetuating this victimhood mentality persona that just resides and abides all within y'all chicks and a lot of you niggas.
Yeah, she just definitely not a good poster child for that victim. The post, you know how you have a poster child for certain cause. Like she ain't the one that y'all, you know. As I'm not a woman, but you know, and I can ask this to the women, but I don't think that she's a good representative of the victimhood of what women actually might go through in that situation.
Right.
You know.
It's a horrible image, horrible representation for that. Because meanwhile, like my brother L just said earlier, meanwhile, the chicks in the industry who are talented, who are beautiful, the ones who actually go through the processes of trial and error, and Craig Harbor, what's up, and all of that. Dan Patrick was good to try to make it successful. The ones who aren't willing to go on the director's couch, the ones who don't go to the parties, the ones who don't drink this or smoke that, just because, nah, the ones who, you know what, realize, you know what, I want to be a singer, I wouldn't mind being famous, but I'm not willing to do this. I'm not going to go here. Meanwhile, or the ones who do get victimized, coerced, manipulated, actually do get assaulted sexually somehow, whether it be physically or emotionally or mentally. And, you know, their stories go unheard because they've been made to believe that nobody will believe them, so they don't talk, or they just don't go to the police. Or if they did go to police, considering the type of situation they in, dealing with people like Puffy, the police is bought and paid for. Y'all got to understand how high this corruption goes. And I hope with this situation with Diddy, y'all chicks realize that if y'all want to live this lifestyle of being with an entertainment mogul, rapper, producer, artist, whatever you would like to call Sean, understand what comes with that. And yes, this is how it's going to be every single time at all levels. You think you about to just get on because you talented and you can rap or you can sing? Nah, baby girl, you gotta bust it open. Same for you niggas.
Well, in this case, I think it might have been a little bit different, Burge, because Cassie was just look.
Let me start my passage to you. She came through the door with Ryan Leslie. Shout out to my nigga Ryan Leslie, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how far, because his name ain't been brought up. So I'm going to say that Ryan Leslie was genuinely in a true relationship with Cassie. He had an opportunity with Puff to where he probably thought that me and Cassie as my flagship artist on my, Next Level Entertainment, New Level, Next Level, whatever his imprint was called, that Cassie was signed to originally, right? Where he was the sole producer, engineer of all the music, and Cassie was his flagship artist that he was pumping, who was girlfriend at the time, and he had a situation to where he came into the circumference of a Puff, and Puff basically took his bitch.
First day met her. She said literally
she wasn't here in the first place, and she was easy to take. Just like Monique said earlier, you can easily all hoes are compromisable.
She literally said out her mouth, y'all. She met Puff, and then the next week she was with Puff in Miami for the next week. Literally.
And L, look at Ryan Leslie now.
Yeah.
I mean, successfully, independently rich. He created an app called the Superphone. I suggest all you popping artists who got a following online, I suggest y'all go fuck with Ryan Leslie and his Superphone situation. He had monetized his following to the point to where he got instant support, automatic support through his app he created, because the dude went to fucking Harvard and MIT. He's a fucking genius. He's happened to be a musical genius as well. Produced some of the dopest songs for some of the people that y'all probably don't even know is him. Right. And Cassie, if she just could have stayed, this is a prime example of a lot of shit when we come to the whole gender war shit and the whole. If Cassie would have stayed 10 toes down with Ryan, she would have been successful with a successful man who's very wealthy, independent, able to provide a lifestyle for her, also get her to where she want to go musically. Let's just be honest, man. Cassie didn't make a great career even under Puff simply because she just was not that talented.
And if y'all feel like Burge is wrong, I would just say go Google Cassie and the 106 performance, 106 and Park performance.
Right.
Go watch that video and then come back. I had to show that to a couple people. A couple people was telling me, "Oh, he never dropped the album. He never did this." I said, "Go watch that. Go watch that."
Cassie dropped like 3 albums, man. 4 albums.
I said, "Go watch that 106 Park performance and then come back and."
I'm glad you said that, because this brings light to people just be going off their feelings. They don't even know what the hell they talk about. You know how many people don't even know that Cassie came in this whole thing through Ryan Leslie? Most of y'all don't even know who Ryan Leslie is. And it just amazes me people don't know who Ryan Leslie is. He done produced some of the hottest music that y'all been listening to on the radio for the past 10, 15 years.
Super producer.
Right?
Yeah, go watch that 106 in Park performance.
Yeah,
And you told me if you would have signed her and you would have put her on stage, like Puff, he actually tried to put her on stage a couple times and it just didn't work. You know,
she got the deal to be in the movie Dirty Dancing, Havana Nights.
Yeah.
She got the role in the movie, the second Step Up the Streets movie.
He got her in some shit that she probably shouldn't have been in, you know, but
she's just not that talented. Let's just say what it is. She's not that talented. She's pretty.
She's beautiful. She's pretty.
Has the look. She has the look.
Beautiful.
The actual talent to be along. You got to think who else was coming out around the time Cassie came out, y'all. We talking about A. Marie. We talking about Tierra Moses. We talking about Beyonce. We talking about goddamn it, Kelly Rowland was going solo. We talking about Carrie Hilson. We talking about y'all gotta understand the people who she was in competition with. I mean, goddamn, she just didn't equal up. Exactly, OG. Ryan Leslie is an extremely successful independent venture capitalist in the tech industry. He has his own app he created called the Superphone, where if you're an independent artist and you use his Superphone app, you can channel Maya, exactly the form Pretty Boy Maya was popping at the time too. He created this app to where if you are an independent artist who has a mediocre level of success via social engineering, it's an app that integrates all your social engineering. And not only that, but it gives everyone who is an absolute follower and fan of you exclusive perks to when you're going to be performing, when you drop new music, when you have merch dropping, when you got anything going on, and when you use this app, it solely specifically integrates your social media to target your extreme followers, your Spotify and all of that. And creating this app, Ryan Leslie has made it to where independent artists on the mediocre level can have top tier monetary success by fully monetizing your following, your fans, and not taking advantage of them when they give you their money, right? Perks, concerts, pop-up concerts where when you got the Superphone app, or if you are a follower of this artist, when you want to go, they perform, you get free tickets.
Hey, Craig Harper, you talking about Olivia with G Unit.
Yup, that's another one. What happened to her? Yeah, Maya's super bad, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's my homeboy Court's favorite chick, man, and favorite industry chick, man. Been in love her with kids. Maya is like the quintessential bad chick, timeless beauty, but she fried as shit. Any chick that marries themselves is not working with a whole dip. I'm just let y'all know that right there. How fine that she is. All right. So Cassie being so mediocrely talented, even when pushed by a moderately successful independent venture capitalist artist like Ryan Leslie, who was able to get her to a big name like Puff. Even Puff, if Puff can't make you famous, nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because regardless of the roots of this case, why we even talking about this is because Cassie went public with what she was saying. Puff wasn't on these. Well, let me say this. Puff wasn't on their radar until he started trying to do big boy shit.
Right.
Acquire DeLeon and Ciroc from Diageo. Trying to acquire Revolt. Trying to acquire BET. Talking all of this. Us black folks, I mean, after all these years, I guess he feel like he $1 billion nigga. He feel like he can talk his shit now. He feel like he big shit. He feel like he can compete with his masters. And they let y'all know every time you will not bite the hand that feeds you. They're going to slap you. You forgot to see, he thought he was going to have leverage by recording everything, not knowing that the feds connected with the NSA and everybody else got the drop on you niggas all the time. And you just ain't that slick, clearly.
He said she need a role model.
She definitely did. She should have stayed with Ryan. That's what she should have did. And develop as an artist independently. Gain her a following because she had some shit popping with the Me and You joint back in the day. Fire song to this day.
Yeah.
She didn't even capitalize off of playing in the goddamn Step Up to the Streets. Was a very successful movie. It's part of a franchise. She was in Dirty Dancing Havana Nights, y'all. Part of a franchise. If you can't capitalize off these very lucrative opportunities, it's not because you stupid or says, I ain't gonna say it's not this, but it's mostly because you don't possess the talent to keep you relevant. Not because you're stupid or you don't understand the business or industry or you're not willing to play along. Cassie just showed that all she was good for was being a goddamn bed wench. But at the same time, L, like I'm gonna stick with my sentiment, I'm gonna say that Cassie was put on Puff.
Yeah.
That's just, I don't have nothing to corroborate that, y'all. That's just my personal belief. All right. Go ahead. I'm about to go run downstairs real quick.
Nah, I definitely feel I get what you're saying. I do feel like she may have been compromised definitely at some point to where they was trying to build a case because she gave up a lot of shit. And then we even know that she was trying to keep tapes to herself. And, you know, I think somebody definitely got in her ear after a period of time, like, hey, you know, this is how you can secure the bag. This is how you can really get yourself some real money. And she followed suit. She got 30 million. She got 20 from Puff, 10 from the hotel. And she set, or she should be. You know, as long as she live within her means, she should be set for the rest of her life. You know, she'd be able to write a book after this. She should be able to go on like a little what they call it, a tour, just talking. She could be you know, there's a lot of women that feel like she was a super victim. She could go on a speaking tour and all that. And, you know, she should be able to capitalize off this and keep the money coming in if she's smart. But I think, honestly, she, you know, if I was with Paul, I'd tell her just to get out the limelight. Like right now, just get away from all that. It ain't do you no good. You know, you do got she got 30 million, so I guess it did her a little good if that's what she was in it for. But yeah.
Right. The name of Ron Burkle's company is
what's the price of your soul, man? What's the price of your soul?
Is the name of the companies that Ron Burkle, Robert Burkle, is the owner of, a venture capitalist investment firm. See, like I said earlier, L, all this conflab about Cassie and baby oil and all that fuck shit, right? You forgot about the videotapes and that footage they got from that Miami and that goddamn LA mansion. And when we start going through, like I say, follow the money. Follow the money. When you start following the money, you start seeing the people who Puff was connected with, man. And you start looking, go Google it. Google the freak offs. He's known for having that all-white party at the Hamptons for the past 20-some-odd years. Even y'all's homeboy, the GOAT, LeBron James, said ain't nothing party like a P. Diddy party.
Ain't nothing like a Diddy party, yo.
That's a very powerful statement that he made right there, man. Very compelling.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna drop the link, man. Once y'all want to come up and spit y'all game and talk y'all ish, I'm dropping the link, man. Y'all can tap in with me and my brother King Els for a little bit more while we going in, man. Smash that like button, click on the subscribe to the page. We are monetized over here at Real Talk Podcast, man. Sock it to the pocket like a Toledo rocket. Hit that super chat, super thanks, super gift, super all that. Or you can do like my man XL Pro always posts when he come up here, man. You understand me? Because when it comes to black male media, we need to be supported. Y'all got to understand the levels of scrutiny we put ourselves at. Sit up here critiquing and dissecting some of the shit we be talking about. And when it comes to this dude, Puff, man, I gotta say, me and my brother King Els was, you know what I'm saying, definitely adamant about everybody just so, nah, man. Like, RICO charges, though, y'all. Like, y'all know what RICO? Like, where's the organized crime aspect of what's going on here?
Right.
And like listen, El, just like the former Pretty Boy said earlier, they brought the RICO shit in so they can have something to charge him with, so they can go get them goddamn tapes.
Yeah.
Because prior to that, they had no reason to go up in his crib.
Yeah, they needed them tapes.
Right. Craig, what's up, Craig? Craig Harper said Diddy says hell to be paid when he come home. He said, he said, I know all these niggas talking, not Jag or the bodyguards. They all like little right now. Talking about Jaguar, right, man. Listen.
Everybody thought she was sweet.
What you say, El?
I think everybody thought she was sweet, man.
Yeah, they thought it was sweet. Everybody, I understand, nigga. Hey, didn't him and Big make the song? Niggas pray and pray on my downfall. Now, granted, Puffy is a fuck nigga. Like, we ain't.
Yeah.
But I don't, you know, I want him to go to jail for shit that he's actually guilty of, man. That they can prove beyond the shadow of it. Because, like me and El discussed before, when we first started talking about this about a little under a year ago.
Yeah.
If they can do this to Sean at the high level he's at now, and I know a lot of y'all say, well, we're not doing stuff he's doing. We're not in the same type of people. That's the whole point of what we're saying. If they can do that to him, what you think they're going to do to us?
Do to you.
And if you can't understand that aspect of this situation, if you can't understand that they're using these celebrities to set precedents on federal law that is going to be instituted and implemented on us. If you can't connect and correlate that, how that, because shit trickles down here. And if you can't understand or comprehend why this or how this is going to affect us. Oh, it ain't going to affect me. I'm not doing shit like that. Yeah, all right. That's what goddamn it, you know what I'm saying, Carmelo Anthony's mom and dad thought too. Huh?
Uh-oh. That's a whole different thing going on.
Huh? Yeah, straight like that. They probably thinking that too. Right? And look at the situation they in.
See, that money ran out, they said. I mean, that money ran out quick. How they run out that money that quick, bro?
You said what, bro?
You talking about the track meet shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, they talking about the money ran out. They asking for a pro bono defense and all this now. Where all that money go?
Man. As soon as the media attention is off of it, now everybody don't care. Now everybody's not posting about it no more. Nobody's reporting no more. Nobody's sending no money to. Because now we get hit with so much stuff from every different aspect and angle. We ain't got time to concentrate and focus on what's actually important. Meanwhile, these celebrities are being used to set precedents for federal, I dare say global law. Y'all can sit here and think, oh, just nah, man, this will affect you. This will affect you. It's going to affect you. It'll affect our kids.
Puff got millions to fight these cases. How much you got?
listen here, man. And Puff's image is completely and totally destroyed, right? Now, peep this here, L, because I've been saying this the whole time too. Let's just say Puff get off, which is a high potentiality that he will, right? With his image completely and totally and utterly destroyed, nobody's going to want to do business with him. Yeah, he might get a book deal, podcast. Somebody might interview him, whatever, but it ain't going to be that $1 billion status bread that he used to acquire. And once that shit starts sinking in, and we don't even know what's really going on with Puff for whatever reason, don't be surprised. And I'm not wishing this for Puff, man. I'm not saying I want this to happen for him. I really don't. He got kids and shit. But don't be surprised if 10 or so months from now, 6, 7, 8 months from now, don't be surprised if we wake up after all this is blown over and we forgot about it, like we forgot about Carmelo Anthony, like we forgot about whoever else. We forgot about this situation with Puff. It's going to be popping for the next like 30, 60 days. After that, we're going to forget about it. And then here in October, November, don't be surprised if we say breaking news. Rapper, mogul, entertainer, Sean Puff Daddy Combs has been found in a tragic car accident, plane crash, helicopter crash. He unalived himself due to the scrutiny of the public backlash from his image being destroyed by the very egregious federal case he just beat. Or he contracted some weird disease that we never knew he had or we never knew existed. Don't be surprised. I don't want that for Puff, man. I really don't. But I know how this goes. Let me bring this to y'all's awareness. Puffy involved to massive degrees with Jeffrey Epstein. He is the black equivalent of Jerry Epstein, in my opinion, and Cassie is the black or people of color version of Ghislaine Maxwell. Right? Now, Puff, man, with this whole situation, let's just say he was in the same vicinity as Jeffrey Epstein and his homeboy, Jean-Luc Brunel. Jeffrey Epstein on suicide watch, in solitary confinement, allegedly off himself. Jean-Luc Brunel, same charges, held in the same facility, under suicide watch, in solitary confinement, protected custody, off himself. Sean P. Diddy Combs, in the same facility, under the same charges. He ain't off himself, though, at least yet. Now, my thing here is this. When does something start to become textbook and so obvious and blatantly clear to see that this is what's going on, that you're like, well, hold on. I think they're starting to catch on to the suicide watch, commit suicide under suicide watch in a federal detention, facilities. Kind of like how back in the day, all these tech companies were started by dudes operating out of their fucking garages. And when they got up to goddamn it, when they got up to motherfucking new people nowadays, like Bren and all them, they have to say, well, we gotta relax with the garage story. That's getting a little washed up, man. It's getting a little. Everybody ain't start these $1 trillion tech companies from out their garages. Let's just be clear on that. And it's very correlating and similar to this thing with this facility in New York, where all these guys that's being held for trafficking, RICO charges and the like. Now, I'm not wishing this for Puff now, L. I don't want this for Puff, man, because I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, right? But it's looking, that's very much potential in his future. And, I just wanted to say that. You know what I'm talking about, L, man? And I can't hear you, L. I don't know if you got what's going on. The camera froze up. It just went dark. I just see a silhouette. I don't know what happened. No, I see what you're saying, deformed pretty boy. I'm talking about the same case, right? The same with the RICO and all of that shit. He said that loud pack speaking for itself. I don't know what's going on with L's camera. His camera just did some crazy shit. I don't know if you still tapped in, L, tap in. But yeah, though, man, we about to get up out of here, man. I'm going to give my brother King L's a couple seconds to see if he's going to tap back in. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with L's audio and video. But yeah, though, man, y'all, since nobody want to come up, man, I'm about to end the show, man. Y'all want to drag this out too long. Like I said, y'all know I normally fall back for a couple of days, 2, 3 days, 4 days tops, and I just let more information come out. And then I speak on shit like this. But man, today was something different because this case right here is wild. And a lot of y'all ignorant, not having no knowledge or experience on such things, y'all talking about this dude. He ain't free. He's not being set free. He's not going to be free. We ain't going to find out none of that until trial day. Right now, Sean is currently locked up in the box, denied bond. Now, let me say this. I think he should have been granted bond. He should have been granted bond. That's his, and that's just my opinion. Based off of he ain't got no priors and he's not a flight. Well, I guess you could say he's a flight risk because he did kind of try to get up through. He did try to get up through a little bit. So I can understand why they would maybe possibly consider him a flight risk. But, tomato, man. Yeah, what you got to say, man? We got to get up out of here, man.
Yeah, nah, man. Hey, man, I just hope everybody, these cases, like I said, I reiterate what I said before, man. Y'all got to think about what y'all actually see when y'all read the actual case files instead of going off of your emotions. That'll save you a lot of hurt, a lot of, just being wrong. And it ain't even about us being wrong or right because we ain't on that jury. We ain't the ones going through the situation, sitting in that courtroom. But if you do want to have your opinions online, I think it's better that you have an opinion based off of facts more than just your emotion. Right. And I think that's where a lot of people crashing out today online comes from a place of emotion, and because they was led emotionally through the trial instead of through the logical facts that was going on and being presented. So that's all I
like the way you said that, bro. That's facts.
Yeah. Anytime you go through places, go through the facts, not your emotions. And that's all I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Peace, love, and blessings to everybody,
You already know, man. Hey, man, free our brethren Chris Breezy if he ain't did nothing wrong, man. But I think he did some shit that broke their laws. So if he broke their laws, man,
Yeah.
But yeah, though, man, we about to get up out of here. Listen here, y'all, man. Once again, we're not supporting Puff as far as advocate. No, not at all. Not even a little bit. I support him as being a black man, and if he's guilty of something, y'all gotta goddamn prove that shit. And he is in fact guilty of something, then absolutely he should get the extreme consequence. He should get to the fullest extent of the law if he's actually guilty, and y'all can prove that beyond the shadow of a reasonable doubt. But y'all haven't been able to do that in this case, even with the charges that y'all actually made stick, which were dropped from the original charges. The fact that they were dropped from their original state lets you know some shit. That don't necessarily mean that he's innocent. That lets me know that what I'm thinking could be argued. Right? And I'm talking about them damn videotapes and who are on them. That's what I'm talking about. So, you know what I'm saying, man? I'm a black man. Like my brother L's a black man. Like the rest of y'all brothers in my
Damn, I think Verge froze up on me. Okay. I thought, the first time it was me, so I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but yeah, he'll be coming back in. But yeah, man, just don't react off your emotions when you're dealing with talking about court cases, especially when you're dealing with celebrities, anybody for that matter. You know what I mean? You gotta go off for the facts that's presented. Anybody that's went through the court of law had to actually go through those measures, they tell you the same. You gotta, what I feel and what I felt going through court cases don't mean shit when you actually get in that room in them court cases. Like they don't care nothing about that. You know what I mean? None of your feelings mean nothing. Absolutely nothing when it gets to those type of dealings. So you gotta leave your feelings out of it and make sure you just keep it all off of the facts, based off of the facts. And that's what it is. And that's what me and Verge said at the beginning of the case. Like I said, I kind of checked out after a while, even before the little Punisher shit and all the other witnesses. And I just looked at what I saw. If this is your star witness, this case ain't gonna be nothing. I mean, nothing big for that matter. It didn't prove anything that they was trying to charge, Diddy with, from what I saw in that point matter. So, I don't care. Like, Diddy ain't my people. Um, I listen to bad boy music for sure. I ain't gonna front on that. I did bump the Money Making Mitch album today afterwards. But at the same time, that was a slight troll. But we also gotta understand, man, y'all gotta stick to what y'all know and not what you feel when it comes to these type of situations, right? You know. And that's where I'll leave it at. I'm trying to wait for Verge to get back in here. My damn phone about to die and shit. But yeah, man. We seeing people crash out online. I'm not, I would say don't even engage in it because right now it's a lot of people gonna be emotional when we see the verdict. I mean not the verdict, but the sentencing go out. That's gonna be a whole new crash out. I think anything less than 20 years, people gonna have some crash out to deal with. And I honestly don't see him getting too much because when you think of prostitution, it's actually legal in certain states. So depending on where, you know, you find out whatever it may be, he may get less charges for certain people that he was flying in and out. So, like I said, man, y'all stay cool out here, man. Don't let these people out here with the emotional responses get you off your ding and get you in no battle going back and forth online with people that obviously don't move off of facts. Because one thing I never do is battle delusion. Never in life. I tell y'all that. Ever in life, if you're dealing with anybody, never battle delusion. You can't do that. You'd be looking crazy yourself over there going back and forth with somebody trying to battle delusion. Larry, is you coming back up, or should I end the show? Look, my damn phone, I'm on 4%. This shit going out quick as hell. Plug this in. But yeah, don't battle with these people out here that's just out here just emotional, giving emotional responses, getting mad at you, talking about they gonna cut certain people off because you're talking about facts. Don't even do it. I wouldn't even don't waste your time. It ain't worth it. It ain't none of that. So, I just hope everybody have a good night. It seemed like Verge is he going through issues with the StreamYard. He kicked me off earlier, kicked Verge off, but I'm about to get on up out of here. My phone damn near about to die. And yeah, like I said, never if this is gonna teach y'all anything, do not battle delusion. Don't get online. Don't say too much to the people. You know, you can state what you feel, but I wouldn't be going back and forth with people because you're just gonna waste your time. People gonna get pissed off, and those same people ain't gonna be coming back with actual facts. They're gonna be going off of their emotion. Can't battle delusion and emotion. Can't battle with facts. And I wouldn't even battle because once them people start going off the deep end, they gone. They lost. They out there. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll take my ass to sleep. Um, get ready for this holiday weekend. I hope everybody have a great time with their families. Enjoy this. Everybody should have a pretty long weekend unless you gotta work the holiday. Get your double time. I do, say get your money if you can. But me, I'm about to chill out. Oh, here you go. I'm about to chill out.
I just had to do some stuff. I had to come in on my phone.
Okay.
Listen, y'all. When you,
Yeah.
how many times has this happened? Listen, how many times has this happened? When you speak in truth to power, unbiased, the unintelligent artificial intelligence want to hit you with the sun fuckery.
Talking that trill shit. You know what I mean?
All right, but you about to get up out of here, L.
I'm about to get on up out of here, man. I just hope everybody, like I said, have a good weekend, man. Enjoy it with your families. Light off some fireworks. Eat some good food. Drink some. I got the tequila on deck. I got me a good half gallon.
Drink you some Art Vino, man. Listen, hit me up. I'm gonna be delivering all weekend, man. I'm gonna be delivering all weekend. $25 a bottle, man. Hit me up, man. We got the everything on deck. Chianti Merlot, lemon berry Moscato. You know what I'm talking about? Riesling, Chardonnay. You understand me? Sweet red, Pinot Grigio. Tap in with us, man. Don H in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Art Vino in the building, man. You understand me, man? Hit me up, man. DM me, man. Right there, the number was, you know what I'm talking about? Get at me, man. You feel me?
Dropping them off all weekend. You already know what it is.
You know what I'm talking about?
Have you talked to Bill?
I haven't personally talked to him. I interacted with him online, but I ain't talked to him on the phone or nothing like that.
Yeah, right now I got the strawberries and cream and the pineapple. And, I got a couple summer flavors. You know what I mean? But,
Right.
Yeah, like you said, man, get y'all's wine, get everything popping. It's gonna be.
We got the King L's everlasting listening party coming up shortly too.
Hey, we might be able to do that this weekend because I ain't going nowhere. I just confirmed.
So let's do it Saturday. No, Mike, nigga, you ain't doing shit, bro.
Nah, I'm not. I will be at Don's.
Saturday night, man. Let's do it. Saturday night.
Well, we gotta see because Don having her fireworks. Friday might be a better night for me, honestly.
On Saturday? Why would she have it on Saturday? Friday's the holiday.
Nah, because she having a cookout.
On Saturday?
Yeah. So we doing the cookout and the fireworks. You come through, you doing shit. You know what I mean?
We're gonna figure it out, man. We might just wait till next weekend or something, man.
That's cool, but if you ain't doing nothing, you invited to come through, man. We're gonna be at
You talking about this Saturday? I ain't doing shit. I ain't got nothing planned on Saturday, bro.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to be going out of town, but I ain't gonna be able to make it.
Yeah, same thing here. I was supposed to go out of town, but I'm like, fuck that. I might just chill out. So I'm gonna be cooking out. I'm gonna cook out of my house earlier. I'm gonna get all the food. Her event started at 6 o'clock, and then when the lights go down about 8:30, 9 o'clock, we're gonna let off some fireworks, and we're gonna chill out.
You already know, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Sharing social engineering. We appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. You understand what I'm saying, man? Sit up there and hit that like button, smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Bless that Cash App, bless that Super Chat, all of that. Share on your social engineering. And yeah, like my brother L said, man, facts over feelings, man. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. And we out of here, man. We ain't gonna play no music because I'm on my phone. So we just gonna sign off, man. Listen, y'all enjoy y'all's evening. E&E every day, all day. No days off, man. We go.
Off.
All right, L.
I'm out, bro. Come on.